Look at you. Look at my sis.
Ew.
What? Ooh, wait a minute. Why are my glasses so close on my eyeball?
Oh, my mama told me to tell you a dad joke. You probably already heard it, but she said, "Ask Nicole, do she know this joke?" They said, "What kind of bees like milk?"
I don't know.
Boobies.
So, as you can see, this is the foolishness that we go through on a day to day. Hold on. Hold on. I got another one for you. Hold on. Where did my joke
Yeah.
go? Oh my God. I've lost my joke. Oh my God. I've lost my joke. Where the hell is my joke? And I just had it.
What you
uh,
doing?
oh, what did the what did the pig say when they left the oven?
What?
Wait, there's bacon in there.
I did already.
Oh, did she laugh?
Oh my goodness.
Well, welcome to Pop Your Shit.
Yes. We're gonna have a good time.
So every morning for the last week or two, I've been sending good morning messages, and it has a joke of the day.
It's the highlight.
That's how I wake them up. I don't know if they be already woke, but that's how we get the day started. Because I said a joke of the day. So, welcome to Pop Your Shit, sister.
Thank you for having me. This is so
If
exciting.
y'all don't know who this beauty is, y'all need to be a fucking shame of yourself. Y'all need to be ashamed. Y'all need to know who this lady is, because y'all want to know who bring y'all these fabulous books, who's edited all these fabulous books. Not all of them, but a whole lot of them.
I've been busy.
Tylee, Justine,
I've been busy. Hey.
welcome, welcome.
Hello. Hey Naima. Hey Nat. Hey TK.
Hey y'all. So Sharice, she proofread Sharice's book. Listen, stop playing with this lady talents. Stop playing with her. Get off. Get off her head, because she be over there. But I tell you, she be focused. Focused, focused, focused.
Y'all know it be strict in my house because your girl.
Oh, nobody got time to be coming over there when we be wanting to cut a rug.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, so we're going to start this off real simple. What made you fall in love with reading?
Ooh. Um, Reading Rainbow. Sesame Street.
Really?
Once I found it, I just never really let it go. And it became like my personal escape.
Mm-hmm.
Life is hard, even for kids. Life is hard, and as a kid, life is hard. So I found stories about life that wasn't hard, or life that was hard for people who then got better, or they found, I found an escape through books, and
Mm-hmm.
I just clung to that. I was always a huge nerd. I love to learn. I still love to learn. I love languages. I love poetry. I just love the art of expressing yourself, writing and telling stories, and yeah.
So, okay, so I don't know if these people know, but you can put some words together. Where the book at?
I can do a little something. I have a few short stories coming. Um, I am a part of a project, so that'll be my first, I think, published works ever. Um, the Occupation Fantasies project that Nicole is also a part of. So I have a few stories coming there. Thank you. I have, I don't know, teen stories in my notes that I just haven't fully developed and actually written, but it'll happen. It'll happen one day.
The way your mind works is like, it behooves me. It is utterly beautiful
Oh, thank you for
because
that.
you can take something and bring it together. Like, oh, okay, no, have you thought about this? I'd be wondering where that come from.
Um, I'm just a romantic person. I just think words are powerful. And it's like, if you could say something in a way that makes people feel it, why not do that?
Right.
Like, why be basic and just say, I love you? You
True.
know, why not just say, you are the reason I breathe every day? Like, I'm romantic and words are powerful. So I just like to use them.
So I just want the people to, and I'm not going to name everybody, but I just want the people to know who you or have worked with. And I just think that it's amazing that these are some good authors, and I'm very impressed. Very impressed.
Me too, girl. Shh. Imagine.
So y'all know I've been raving about Uno and Dos. This lady right here.
Well, I did smoking
What who
fire.
edited this lady right here?
Well, I did smoking
What who
fire. I
edited
didn't do Uno and Dos, but I did smoking fire.
Smoking Fire?
Yeah.
Smoking Fire. So I'm sorry, wrong. I was wrong. I know that. And why do I know that? Because we probably told.
We've already.
But Smoking Fire equally as good. Equally as good. Now it's a whole different story between Smoking Fire and Uno and Dos.
Yeah.
Because Uno and Dos was off the chain in one way, and Smoking Fire is off the chain in another way. Totally different storyline.
Mm-hmm.
So
Fabulous author.
I love that. So you have done work for Brianna Michelle.
Mm-hmm.
24 hours is my shit.
Mine too. I said, where the rest of them stories at, Fran?
Talk about she dipping her toe. Dip on, ma'am. Dip
Yeah,
on.
that whole foot need to be in there.
So I am unfamiliar. I'm going to do the authors that I know, and then we can talk about the authors that I don't know. We have L. Kaysen. We have One Night Only.
Mm-hmm.
Um, we have Z Renee.
That's my girl. Yep, yep.
Here Forever, and some other stuff that's coming up.
Yep.
We have Sharice C. Triple C. Y'all don't know who Triple C is? Get your life. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Triple C. Triple C is Sharice C. Carr. And she released today The Housewives of the Drug Game, which is a re-release. This one here. She has some proofreading to do with that. Huh?
Mm-hmm.
Letitia Rayner. First of all, do you know how big of a fan I am of Letitia Rayner?
Girl, you and me both.
What? Okay. So we have El Madeira, we have Aubrey J, we have the likes of Nitra, Antoinette, A Blossom, Casey. Okay. And the list goes on. So my question is, when somebody that you work with, that you've been admiring from afar, sends you some work to say, edit this, do you be like falling down your chair? What's that like?
You know I do. I'm like, I know you fucking lying. I know you lying to me. Yes. I'm gonna email like, oh my God, yes. Like just like how I am on here. I'd be like, you already know I love you. You know? It's been such a blessing though for real because I entered this space just as a reader and wanted to share my love of books and ended up, going into like beta reading and alpha reading and sending notes and, helping authors figure out where there was plot holes or things. And I just kept getting advice and feedback that I was really good at that I should pursue it, that I should look into it. And I was just like, I just like to do it. I don't want to make it a business because I don't like to work. And when it feels like work, one thing I'm going to do is quit a job, baby. Very toxic. Very toxic. And this is different because it's my shit. So I can't just be like, yeah, I quit today. But I don't want to. Some days are hard. I'm tired and I feel like giving up. But at the end of the day, I love what I do. And it was all born out of a passion for, I'm literally paid to read. I pay to read, and I feel like that's a dream. Like it's a dream.
Can you tell us the different types of editing for new authors, for ones that want to be an author, so they can understand that there's different levels to this?
Absolutely. So, I would say my most frequent service that I'm booked for is line edits, which is focused on like sentence structure, language choice. It does include, correcting grammar and spelling as well, but it's mostly focused on writing style, making sure we don't have repetition, seeing how things flow, just kind of elevating a basic sentence like we talked about before, make it more romantic, beef it up a little bit, see how we can say things differently. Um, and so that's the most frequent package that I'm
Right.
looking for. I also do proofreading, which is like the final step for any manuscript before it goes to publishing. You need a proofreader just to make sure. When you're writing it, you're reading it over and over and over again, and then it's easy to skip things. It's easy to because you're reading what you think you wrote and not necessarily what is on the paper. Um, so proofreading is also popular, but I honestly get more developmental editing clients now than I do just proofreading clients. And those are great for new and aspiring authors, someone who needs a little more hand holding or a little more patience and time. We go through multiple rounds of reading and tweaking, and I send back notes about, okay, this is great, this could work, this could use some work. What about this? You mentioned this, but it's not showing up here, or whatever happened to this character, or just asking questions that people may not think about while writing, um, and helping them work through the process of writing the first book because it's scary and it's new, and they're artists and they're sensitive about their shit. So it's like, I don't know, I'm not ready to put it out yet. Like, I need someone to make sure that I'm doing my due diligence and that it is everything that it could possibly be. And that's my only goal with developmental edits is to make my clients feel supported and encouraged, and like they have a true partner in the process to
Right.
pursuing their dreams. So those are the most fun projects for me, are developmental projects, because I really get to build relationships and community with those clients, and it's special to me.
Okay, so what amazes me is, well, it's not even amazing, is that even established authors sometimes need developmental edits. I know you did like some on some other authors, and I'm not going to mention their names because that's their business. But you've done, even established authors need developmental edits. I mean, what is that like for you?
Um, let's say we have an author that's very um, known for a particular genre, but they want to step into paranormal or they want to step into sci-fi, and that could be intimidating too, right? So it's like you don't jump into something new automatically assuming you have it all down pat. You need sometimes you need a partner to make sure that two heads are better than one in that situation. For an established author, the developmental process is a lot different. It's not as much hand holding, and it's more so fact checking. It's more so, it can be a little more strict and a little more strenuous because they do have the experience when it comes to writing and putting together a novel, and you know what that process looks like. They're used to that part, so it's not so much focus on that. It's the meat and bones of the story. It's the world building. It's diving deep and challenging yourself and asking hard questions. Is this the best that it could be? Is this your only idea here? Things like that. So just pushing people past their comfort zones and into a new level, into a new skill level.
How do you deal with an author who might need some more work? Like it might need like a lot more work. I mean, and you just scared. Are you scared to tell them, or do you just be like, "Girl, we got to work this over. This don't make sense."
Honestly, I have never, I've never been in a situation where I felt like the work was something that needed to be scrapped. I've never been in a situation like that. But that's literally my job as an editor, is to send feedback and notes. So even if I'm hired to do a proofread, and in the author's mind, this is the last step before it goes to publishing. While I'm reading, I may find XYZ that they never considered. So I'll just leave those comments for them. Ultimately, it's their work, it's their story, it's what they want to do with it. So I can just provide my opinion and my feedback and bring those things to their attention, Let them know if they want to do revisions or if they want to add copy edits or if they want to upgrade the service or whatever, that I'm here for them, let me know. But ultimately, it's their story, and it's not my job to um, take control of that. I'm just here to help at the end of the day. Um, Brianna. Sometimes you do have to. Sometimes it's like, we think it's one thing, but it's another, and that's okay. But that's literally my job. I won't say I'm scared of it, but it is uncomfortable. I'm not the kind of person to want to hurt anyone's feelings. I really care about how I make people feel around me. I'm really conscious of my impact, um, and how and when I say things to people. So I feel like anything I do and say is always expressed with love and with positive intentions. And I think my clients feel that. I don't think they've ever felt like I'm trying to tear their work down, because I think it is a lot about how you say the things that you say that can change someone from being optimistic about the possibilities of the change to being discouraged by the fact that their product wasn't good enough, or that it didn't get the approval. So yeah.
The one thing that I love about you, where's my pen? Because I feel like I might need to take some notes. One thing I love about you is the discretion that you use. Even with us, first of all, we don't even ask you. We might ask you who you're working on, but we never ask you about the story that you're working on and this, that, and the other. But we will ask you, like, girl, what you working on today? Oh, this is a project from XYZ. You keep it very close to the vest.
Yeah, because that ain't my business. That ain't my business to tell.
But that's the thing. I think that's what people need to understand. Just because you edit don't mean that you are here blasting people business. How important is discretion in this field, this area that you
It's
selected to do.
extremely important. It's extremely important. It's extremely important. I don't take lightly that authors trust me with their work. I don't take that lightly at all. So first of all, it's an honor if they even want to work with me. Like I said, I'm a huge fan of all of my clients. So like that's crazy to me. Um, so also it's kind of fun because I be feeling like I'm better than everybody else because I get to read the story first. So I be like, like, just sit in that.
You guys' favorite right now.
I'm just kind of sit in that, just kind of bask in the ambiance of feeling like that. Oh, I love you, Bree. Thank you, AA. Yeah, so discretion is extremely important because people have rollout plans. They have visions for how they're going to market their books or how they're going to announce a story or how like they have those ideas in their mind. So it's wrong of me to take that away from them and say, oh, XYZ got a new book coming. It's supposed to come out whatever, and that's what I'm working on now. Like that's not fair. That's not good business.
Okay, so this is something that I've been wanting to ask you for forever, but I don't know why I just never asked you because I could have just really just called it and asked you. But why do you have your name credited on some authors but not on others? What is that about?
That's about the author themselves and their process of what they include in their books. It is a process that I'm working on internally within Marked myself because I do feel like I would like to be listed in any work that I do. I feel like anybody would, right? Like if they put working on something, they would want to be listed. I don't necessarily get offended if it doesn't happen because I do know like some people they don't ever list things like that in their books. Then there are others that do. But it makes a huge difference, and I feel like if you're a supporter of me in my business and what I do, and you like working with me, and you'd like to see me succeed as much as I'd like to see you succeed, then I feel like that's kind of fair practice to give me that listing. I don't even look at it as promotion necessarily. It's more so like I'm proud to have worked with you, so I would want you to be proud to have worked with me too. But I have had situations where people have flat out said they don't, they refuse to, they don't list, they don't want me to say that I've edited for them. They do everything privately. They don't share or like disclose anyone that they work with, and that kind of hurt my feelings because I was like in a situation where I was just so honored and so proud to work with this person, and I felt like extremely grateful to be in that position. And you know, to not be able to even say that I did the project was hurtful for me. But then I realized, you know, I was never asked to sign an NDA. I was never paid for exclusivity or anonymity. I feel like those are services you need to charge. Like, if you want me to be quiet and not be able to promote that I worked on this project as a business, you need to pay me for that anonymity. And
I agree.
like, that's just what that is. And so, since that wasn't the case, you know, I didn't feel so bad that I had already posted that I had worked on this project. But I did get lashback from the client about that. And it was a learning experience for me. But that's one thing that made me realize I need to put something more formal in place if that's something that I want. I need to, you know, make the expectation known that it's something that I would like to do as a business. But girl, I ain't even had the time to go through and get that set. I haven't even had the time to do that kind of stuff. But that's what I'm trying to work on now, is more processes that are business forward and make things clear and concise and no confusion. So yeah,
Because my girl is booked and busy.
thank y'all, thank y'all. And like I said, I don't get offended if it's not in there. I really don't. I'm truly appreciative when
I
it
be
is.
offended. She don't have to be, because I be offended. It don't matter what she feel.
Yeah,
I was looking, I was like, but I know she worked on this book because I know she wrapped it up, and I was like, well, I didn't up there.
mm-hmm.
That's wait. How?
Right. They going on the whiteboard. Oh Lord.
Oh, he said because put her friend in that book.
Period.
Listen. So
Oh, thank you, Brittany.
this is I don't know where my questions are. I have a feeling they have slid down a wall or two. So we free fall into that.
That's okay.
So what made you go from being a social media influencer, because maybe you was influencing, to just straight editing? Just that's what all I got time for.
Girl, your case is good as mine. I really don't know. Like I said, it kind of just was born, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna just try it. And so it was my birthday month. I launched my business on October the 6th last year, and I was fully booked through like November by October 15th. Like the first week that I launched, the feedback and the response was overwhelming. I was totally unprepared. I thought I was gonna get like one or two jobs a month, you know. No, it's been August, no breaks since I started, and I'm extremely blessed for that. But it also made me realize I didn't give myself enough time to prepare the business to succeed as a business. Because right now I feel like I'm hustling, and I'm a natural hustler. I've always hustled. I know how to go. I know how to make something shake. That's just how I was raised. But operating a business that has longevity and staying power, opportunity for growth, and a plan for expansion and all that, like that's what I want, but that's not where I'm at. Right now it's day to day, get the work done, get the work done, get the work done. So I have work to do. I have work to do. Brittany said, do you think having a plan? Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Being a book influencer, which I really never even was trying to, I was just talking about books, and things started going crazy. And I built an amazing community of authors that already recognized me and kind of trusted me because I had been reviewing their books for however long at that point. And they were immediately like, absolutely, here, do this, do this, do this. That was crucial, absolutely crucial to my success. Like, no question about it, because I already had a vast network of authors within my reach. I couldn't imagine how it would have been to launch a business like this without having that padding.
Do you ever miss just reading a book?
Girl, yes.
And when you do just read a book, are you editing?
No. No, I'm not. Not at all.
No, but I'm saying in your mind, be like, oh, she could have used this here.
Don't be giving a damn. I be just reading. And I truly miss it sometimes because I be having FOMO. Like, y'all be reading books on release day. I used to do that. I used to be able to do that. I can't.
No, you used to get them early.
Arcs. I had an arc for every day of the week. Girl, what arc? I can't. Like I can't. There are a few authors now that it's still like I get arcs because we're just honestly so close that it's not even necessarily on a they want me to do a review or they just want me to have the work because we have a relationship. But like I miss being able to just read what I want when I want. I be feeling left out a lot. I don't like that for me. But I really can't complain because I be getting a lot of shit y'all don't get too.
That part.
Way before
Because
y'all.
I know when you was reviewing, I mean, you was editing one of RBJ's books, you was just in there laughing. I was like, Tylee, I'm hanging up this phone. I don't even want to, because we don't, we have our little sprinting group. We have our little, we're building a foundation over here. We network over here. And we were on the phone and you was just giggling and I was so mad at you that day. I was like, I'm hanging up. I think I
I
did.
don't want to hear nothing else.
I think I did click out that meeting.
Don't get me started when I was doing Quasim because y'all was mad. Y'all was mad.
You was
And
like,
I was over there
I can't
teasing.
even tell you what's going on, but
Friend.
just know you gonna feel away. Feel
Yeah.
away about what? Why would you even say that?
Yeah. Yeah. I'll be over here having a good old time though. I can't even lie. I love it.
And I just be wanting to wring your little neck. But we do respect your craft and we try and keep it surface because we don't want any secrets to get out. I don't want any secrets to get out that's not supposed to get out. So I understand the discretion. So let's talk a little bit about the books. Y'all know how editing works. Y'all know she that one. I'm gonna need y'all to call her. What's your phone number? 777-9311. What?
Hmm.
How can we gonna talk about the books, but what they can find you by your they can come to your website. Where can they find you?
Yeah, my website is markedbytylee.com. And it's MARKD by Tylee.com. You can submit an inquiry on there and we'll chat. Talk about your book, see what you need when you need me. My biggest issue right now is turning authors down because I am booked and they need someone quickly. So I'm trying to build Mike Jones. That was in my head. That was in my head so bad. Um, so I'm trying to build a team. My goal is to build a team to train other editors to work with Mark as a brand and expand. I have people that want to be editors that want to walk into the space, and I want to be able to help make that happen for them while also grow my business. So that's in the works. I don't know. I gotta save some time to sleep.
Because you don't.
Because I don't. But yeah, the website is probably the best. Anyone can like DM me and stuff. I will say DMs are not the best way because I truly don't. It's dangerous in there. I don't really go in there a lot. My DMs. It's a wild, wild west, baby. I just try to mind my business, keep it pushing. So you can DM me, but I recommend that you email me or my website.
There you have it. So let's okay. Let me ask you this question, and then we'll get off the editor thing. Kind of. What's your favorite thing about being an editor, and what's the worst thing about being an editor?
My favorite thing about being an editor, um, it's a tie. A selfish reason is because I get the books before y'all. Selfishly, okay. As a business, like what I enjoy the most as a business is working with first time authors and sharing in their excitement and jumping in with them on something that is new and fresh and it's their first time and they're learning everything and but they have a true passion and they haven't been scorned yet by anything negative in the industry and they don't have any bad experiences to haunt them and it's just such a fun and exciting like time. So probably working with first time authors.
Okay, and what's the worst thing?
Oh girl. Um there's really not that many bad things. I don't know.
Great answer.
I don't have too much that I don't like. Um
Probably the hours, because you keep long hours.
Yeah, I do keep long hours. I do. I do. I
And
do.
then when she's sprinting in her house,
Listen, we know it's strict over there. We got work to do at my house.
what is it, 45 minutes sprinting and 5 minutes talk?
Yep.
And four out, I mean, what is it, 4 minutes and 30 seconds? It's like, all right,
Yeah,
we
okay.
get ready to go
Y'all ready to
down.
work? We get back to work. We got goals. We got things to do.
What do you see marked by Tylee in 5 years?
Ooh, in 5 years, hopefully this part will be expanded that way, but a full production company. We've owned and operated a production company for years. My husband is a cinematographer and a graphic designer, and so we have always loved to write and direct short films. We've done commercials for businesses for years, music videos, anything you could think of when it comes to videography or cinematography. It's been a passion of ours since college. Um, so incorporating that with what we do, I would really love to be more involved on that side of things as well. Um, so I'm excited to see where that grows into. But for sure, I want to be more of an editing house.
Mm-hmm.
I want to have several editors under the Marked brand. Um, I want to promote consistency and style and passion for literature in anyone that is incorporated with the Marked brand. So in 5 years, I feel like I should be established. I feel like we should be known. We should be taking over the industry, not necessarily me personally, but just like as a to set a tone of what we can do as editors in this space, how we can
Right.
uplift and amplify, especially concerning Black literature and Black voices. Is the disrespect has got to stop for me when it comes to Black literature and Black writers in general. I don't like that. I don't deal with that, and that's literally where Marked was born, was to change that. Because there's been so many one-star reviews I see on books that were amazing stories, and they're like, I just couldn't get over all the typos. I just couldn't get over all the bitches. Do you even like to read? To be like, do you like to read? Shit. Like, I didn't even know y'all was all professors. I didn't know you had the red pen when you was. Why? Like, and I don't like that people can use that as an excuse to not enjoy stories because it perpetuates a cycle that was created by lack of resources and underfunding in education systems and lack of access to affordable and reliable processes and services that are important and super accessible in other spaces. And I don't agree with that. So that's what I want to do. I want to change that. I want to be an access and an agent for that change. So that's the goal.
And there she is, marked by Tylee. Interview over. No, I'm just joking. Uh, just joking. So, um, one of the things that brought you and I together is that we're both bartenders.
Hey,
So let's talk about that because, ma'am,
mm-hmm. I'll be drinking.
Patty had me so drunk one live.
You can't blame me.
No, yes I can, because she is a shots girl. She gonna take this shot. I'm
Yeah.
gonna make you a drink, and she gonna make a shot. And I'm because I got FOMO. I'll be wanting to take the shot too, to include the drink. Tylee.
That was so fun though. We gotta bring it back. I don't know if y'all didn't see. Nicole and I had a Saturday series on TikTok Live called Tipsy Pages, and we would just both provide recipes for cocktails and talk about books and play games and do giveaways and just have a good old time. Like, and we're literally on live teaching y'all how to make the cocktails and how to layer drinks and how what you could do with this and that. And it's just fun because we've both been bartending for years, and it did bring us together. It really did. And I'm
That was
so
such a good time.
yeah, it did. I'm so thankful.
So
So
you and
we would
I,
always win.
But you and I recently was able to meet in person.
Mm-hmm.
But I tell you, she give the best hugs.
Thank you. So do you. Now you ain't never. I'm not coming up off you. I don't know. You ain't never getting rid of me.
Ooh.
Never. Never. And ain't.
I had such a good time in Tulsa. I had such a good time in her backyard, like for real. I had a time. When I tell you, she made sure we got to where we was going. We got to the liquor store because we gonna make some drinks. You know what? You such a such a tease.
Yeah,
I
I'll be
said
out.
that to you, Rowdy, because I know she the only one that love to sit in that one. Tiny, stop cheating on me in my face. You always doing too much giggling. Listen,
Yeah, I ain't mean it.
listen. I don't have nothing to do with that.
Yes, we have a good time. We have a good time.
So, so the Boozy Book Tour was your first event as well as mine. What was that like for you as an influencer, as an editor? What was
I
that?
was a terrible influencer at that event. I was a reader at that event. I was just everything I was supposed to do went out the window when I got up in there, and I felt so terrible. But I was just blown away. I was having a good time. You know, I was meeting all my friends from the internet, and I had never been in a space full of so many bad bitches that like to read. And that's a like that's you gotta have to take a minute to like soak that in a little bit. But then once I realized I wasn't doing my job, I really tried to focus on going around talking to everyone, making sure nobody felt left out, making sure everybody felt welcomed, and going around to all the author tables and all that stuff. It was a fantastic time. It was so inspiring to see these authors selling out of their books left and right. Selling out. When I tell you these people was buying the fucking books, Storm left the room about 8 different times with her backpack full of shit herself. People had so many books. I was just blown away, but it was an amazing time. It was nothing but good vibes. I can't wait for the next one. And Diamond said, "Will I be outside?" I will be outside. I will be outside.
Get there. We gonna get there. We gonna get where she going. We
Yeah.
gonna get her so that y'all can come and see the one and famous, the one and only Tylee. Okay, because she's a celebrity in her own right. As and I don't give a damn what they say. She a celebrity.
Please.
Man, you know these people love you.
And I
So
love
let's talk books. Let's talk books. I know you married. I know
hmm
you got children. Who the book husband? Who the book boyfriend? And who you sliding with? Who like
uh
your husband? This fairy tale, y'all. Fairy tale. This fairy tale. This not real. This fiction.
look, if he on here, he gonna cuss me out. No, he don't care. Okay. Wow, this is so hard.
But you already know I was gonna ask you this question. I don't even know why. You're
I
on
listen,
here.
I don't know why I didn't prepare. I should have prepared for this because I'm okay. I don't know if y'all understand. I'm a true Libra, like Libra. Making decisions is not my strong suit. I just love everything. I love everybody all the same. Like that's really how I be wanting to feel. Um, book boyfriend. Let's start there. Book boyfriend. Girl, you know how many books I've read? Book boyfriend. Book boyfriend. Book book.
Stick out.
You know what? Book boyfriend. Book boyfriend probably gonna be. What's that? Probably gonna be Mir. Come here. Listen, come here, my boyfriend. Now, my book husband is gonna be Kyvon from All In by Z Renee. That's a good man, honey. The way you love that girl down,
I agree with that.
that's a good man. I feel like he's literally just like my husband when it comes to like the provision, the security, the sense of just like I got you kind of energy. I'm drawn to that. Who I'm gonna slide with? Um, What that man name was? Big South. I'm gonna start with Big South.
How? How, Fred? Why would you do this to me?
You can't have them all.
I can. And I
No.
will.
I just want them for a little bit. I'm not gonna keep them.
Okay, only because it's you. We let's just me and you.
Yeah, but you know I like them big. I gotta have that at least once.
First of all, we in here really like this. You know I'm a gentleman.
Like you really feeling some kind of way.
I do. I have feelings. Like I really want to slide out this chair.
I'm feeling some kind of way. No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't even betray you like that.
If you could, and I know this is going to be a hard question for you
Lord,
because I know you love so many. But if you can induct 3 authors to the Black Author Hall of Fame, who would it be?
this some new shit.
Yep.
Wow. Okay.
Only 3.
Only 3.
And that's different from who you invited to dinner.
That's okay. My dinner invites are gonna throw y'all for a loop. Okay, Black Author Hall of Fame.
Their pen is going up into the Hall of Fame. Who you putting in there? Dead or alive?
You know what? Hall of Fame. I gotta pick Donald Corns. I gotta pick. Let's say for me personally, the books that probably are Hall of Fame to me. Son of a bitch. I don't like this question, Nicole. I don't like it at all. Okay. Who else?
That accent coming out, girl. That accent coming out.
Jesus Christ. Okay. Evelyn Latrice.
Okay.
On the strength of To the Moon Alone. I love that book indescribably. That book and those characters sit with me all the time. I felt so seen in that book. I just love that book. So I feel like she deserves a spot off that book alone. And third, you said only 3. You sure?
First said don't ask me that question. So. And for that, I am asking the question. So think about it.
Well, at least you got time. Cause look, I'm gonna be in bed tonight trying to sleep, and I'm gonna raise up like, damn, I should have said that person. I feel like these are questions I should have had as homework so I could prepare, make sure I'm answering right. Who else? Last person, third person.
But I like this because let me tell you why I like it. Because it's authentic.
Yeah, but what if I'm forgetting my favorite?
You're not forgetting your favorite. You'll put them in there somewhere.
You know what?
And it changes week to week. I change. Yeah. Listen, week to week.
I'm gonna put Latoya Nicole in there
because her pen is crazy,
insane. She's probably the most entertaining author I've ever read in my life. I love reading her work because I always have fun. Like it's not even stuff that gets heavy, even stuff that's a little more serious. It's so fun to read her work. Like she need to teach a class on how to write engaging and fun stories. Yeah, there you go. That's 3. Xavier, if you don't get up out of here, ask me for ice cream.
Don't do my nephew. Don't do. My nephew. Let me have it.
We don't have any. What am I gonna do about that? You see I'm on here.
Go ask your dad. Go ask your dad.
Mm-mm. He gonna do
Tell your dad. Auntie said you can have some. Go get it for you.
it.
I'm about to get cussed out.
He gonna get it too. They so damn spoiled.
Um. Okay, so let's talk about your dinner guests.
My dinner guest.
Five dead or alive.
Okay. So I told y'all, Reading Rainbow was super, super important to me. LeVar Burton has to be at dinner.
Okay.
I love him. Technically, he's only written one book, but that
He's
counts.
still an author.
Um, I think his influence in Black literacy in general is phenomenal. I think without him, the world would be a totally different place. I would be a different person. So I would just like to talk to him. I love him. I would pick. I think the rest of my answers are songwriters because music is such an important part of my life and was my first real way to express myself was through music and writing songs.
Mm-hmm.
So I would need Babyface to be there.
Okay.
Can't nobody write a love song like Babyface.
With his begging ass. Just begging.
And I want it all. That's what's wrong with the world today. Babyface not writing music no more. That's what's wrong. I gotta have Ice Cube at the table. Between music and the films that he's written, he's a force. Like he's such an example on doing what the fuck you want to do.
Okay.
Being who you are and being unapologetic about it. Plus, he got really good eyebrows. I don't know what it is about his eyebrows, but girl, I be looking at it like I just think he was so fine. When I tell you I used to love Ice Cube real bad, real bad. Yeah, Ice Cube for sure. He's a savant. He's a genius to me. Like he's just very talented, and authentic. So I fuck with him a lot. Michael Jackson, because I think that'd be fucking funny. If you imagine him sitting at the table and everybody talking, and he'd be like, that'd be fun. That'd be fun. And you know, Michael had the tism too, and so watching his interviews or watching him in situations with family and how he would talk to people, he didn't have no filter. He said whatever was on his mind. He told you like it was. Like
he had to what? Repeat that. Repeat that.
A little bit of the tism. I mean, I do too. All the best ones do. I'm just saying. He did. And then the last one I think would be Missy Elliott.
Okay. Somebody at that table got some sense.
It won't be me.
It'll
probably be LeVar.
And LeVar. That somebody got to control the table.
Yeah. Yeah, because I mean, I think we'll have somebody making a beat on the table, you know, like in the cafeteria, and then you got somebody ready to freestyle or sing, and you never know what'll happen at that table.
Woo.
We may end up writing.
Interest. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I had to come off this leg.
My bad, y'all. My bad. I do just be saying shit.
Okay. So let me ask you this question because you know this is one of my second favorite question. What to you is the great American novel, and which authors do you feel deserve that title as a great American author?
Okay. I think a great American novel is a story that truly depicts life here. I think if you think about the history and the purpose of America in general, right, is to achieve your dreams, is to do something without limitations, to be who you want to be. And I love to read stories that depict that the grit, the get it out the mud, the make something from nothing, the, you know, rags to riches. I think that's a huge element when it comes to a great American novel. We want to see a life experience that is relatable to the majority of American people. Something that you can see yourself in, or that you can see your cousin in, or you know, you see somebody. It's relatable. It makes you feel something. It makes you reevaluate maybe your situation or your life or your dreams. It can inspire you, can speak to you on a different level. Um, so I think that classifies a great American novel. Obviously, I feel like influence plays a big role in it as well, because if you write a book that's so well loved or so popular that everybody can't stop talking about it, it's all over. You know, you have those things that are popular just because they're trendy. Like there's a difference in I'm a fan of timeless over trending. Like that's just kind of how I um that's my style, one of my styles. So there are the ones that are just super hyped and everyone's talking about it because it's trendy. But then there are the ones that truly deserve the hype.
Right.
You know, you said it before. You talked about Demon's Dream. I feel like that's a great American novel.
Yeah.
I feel like Elle is a great American writer outside of Demon's Dream itself. She knows how to tell a story that makes people feel something. I think that's an example of a great American writer. Um, but then you have, I think it's also a personal experience, right? Like I think, like how I said about To the Moon, to me, that's a great American novel. It showcases found family and rags to riches and all those things I spoke about. But it's just so heartfelt, and you watch these people, you get invested in these people in their journeys. You want them to win so bad. You feel it when they lose. You cheer for them when they win. You get invested. That's a great American novel. Like I give a fuck about these characters. They feel so real to me.
Right.
Same thing with like All In and Troubled Waters by Z Renee. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
you feel something. You feel those people. You feel like you know them. Aubrey J, the way she writes her characters, they're a little like, but you feel something for them. They make you laugh. They make you cry. You get invested in their whole family.
Right.
Because in Crew, after what happened to Medea, when I tell you I wanted retribution,
Right.
when who got shot? Who?
Not my grandmother.
Not my granny. I know they didn't shoot my granny. Like that's how I felt. And I think that's a great American novel. Like it makes you feel something.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Good answer. Good answer.
Thank you.
You got a little sprinkle on that. All right. All right.
Sprinkle me, man.
Um, who is what? Okay. No, I'm gonna ask this by genre. Who?
Oh,
Because you
Lord.
ain't really been reading. What is your favorite series of all time?
Girl, what did you just say to me? Favorite
Do
series of
you
all
have a favorite series of all time? Do you have a favorite standalone of all time? And do you have a favorite paranormal of all time?
Hmm.
It doesn't matter if it's across the board because I know you read on other people's side.
I do sometimes, child. But I feel like you gotta do so much goddamn homework to find out if they are problematic or not. I'd be like, you know what? Forget it. I don't have time to do your background check to see if I can read your fucking books. Um, I will say, as far as right now, I think the book that has sat with me the longest, that is top of my head, is going to be To the Moon. I think that's probably my favorite standalone. Even though it is part of an interconnected series, it's still a standalone.
Okay.
Um, favorite series. Girl, what do you be reading?
Because girl used to be giving us these reviews and wrecking everybody TBR. So
Listen, I was reading
you
two
got
books
to
a
know
day.
something.
I was reading 2 books a day, but I think that's the problem. Look, I finished that book and go turn that camera on. I'm like, what? What's his name? As soon as I'm done, I'm like, that was fun. Now, what was it about? I don't know. Um, series. I will say probably just off the strength that that's where I'm invested right now. Can it be a tie for two? Like the Crenshaw King series by Siobhan Latrice, I'm super invested. Like anytime that drops, anytime she puts on, I'm running. You hear me? Um, and also the Delgado universe, I'm very invested. I love it. It's such a fun series right now. So I would say those two are like the series I'm the most invested in. Paranormal, who child? I love paranormal. I think I could do more authors than book titles itself. So probably like Drea Wells, Drea Anderson. Those are my those are who really got me, I think, really into it on the black side.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. I was just reading Brick by Natavia. I did finish book one. I got to read book two. Love that. Um, I feel like with paranormal, I'm gonna read it. I enjoy it. I don't even care if they be good. I just have a good time with the fantasy elements. It's just like such an escape. I don't be taking none of that shit seriously. I just have a good time reading it. Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to look because I've read so many paranormals, honey. I don't know. I remember when I was on before it was called, what is it called, Evermore now?
Mm-hmm.
When it was scribed, or is it scribed? The fuck was that called?
Don't ask me.
But when it was the old app, I was obsessed, and they had all these weird alien stories and all this. I read so many. I read so many, so much weird shit.
That
Sometimes
ever end.
ever end. Yeah, yeah. So I don't know. But paranormal is gonna be hard because how do you how do you even do that?
I have a question regarding editing. How do you know when to turn a project down? Because it's something. I mean, do you have to do research when you're editing, especially
Um,
with developmental edits?
yes, there have been times that I've had to. Um, I haven't ever had to turn a project down for any reason besides I'm too booked. But that's also mostly because like 99% of the authors that I work with are already like I know their work.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm already familiar with their style, what kind of content would be in the book. I've never been in a position where I felt uncomfortable with the content of a book. But for authors that I've never heard of, or authors that I may suspect some difference of, I don't necessarily want to say culture or belief systems, but kind of that stuff matters. Like I don't want to feel uncomfortable while editing a book. I do request like sample chapters. Let me see, what is this book about? What is the theme here? Um, but I never been afraid to say no. So I think I haven't been in a position to yet, but I'm not afraid to have to.
Okay.
But it would have to be like, obvious. There are several things that would make me not want to edit a book. But yeah, I haven't had to be in that position yet.
Okay. What would your followers, your fans, your authors, your readers be shocked to know about you? And not that you could sing, because we all know that.
I wasn't even gonna say that. I don't know, I'm weird. I'm really fucking weird. Um, what would they be shocked to know about me? I don't know. I don't feel like I'm elusive. I feel like I'm
You just existed.
very much you get what you see is what you get with me. I don't feel like it's too many secrets. I will say, like I said, I'm a romantic. I'm sensitive. Um,
That's not shocking though, Tylee.
yeah. That's why I'm like, I don't feel like
You eat
anything.
like a toddler.
I do. I do. I'm trying to be better about that though. I'm trying to be better about that. But I don't necessarily.
Who? Okay, you take a couple of bites of this, and then you're done, and then you're not gonna eat it ever again, unless there's just nothing else.
Yeah, I don't like leftovers for real. Maybe that's one thing that people don't know. I don't like leftovers. And I would rather order I like I said, I'm not good at making decisions. So I want like three different entrees, but I only want like a few bites of each one. I don't want a full meal of like anything. I just don't like it. After a few bites, I'm like, okay, what else you got for me? Like, done here. On to the next. I do love a snack.
Oh, we'll have some snacks. We'll have some snacks. Um, describe yourself in one word.
Girl, one word. Um, maybe I don't know. One word is hard. And I knew you gonna ask this. I knew you was. I knew you was gonna ask this. I need help. Can I phone a friend?
Absolutely not.
Yeah. Okay, one word. I guess I'll say like
Johnson says joy.
encouraging. I think maybe encouraging is like my one word. I feel like making other people happy makes me happy. Making other people smile makes me smile. Or, you know, in general, I try to leave a space better than it was when I was there. So I feel like that's my plot in life is to be a helper.
What he said, she was gonna say passionate.
Yeah. Jay said sensual. I'm like, yeah, of course you would.
Yeah, but you are.
That's
But
that
you
Libra
are.
shit. I don't be trying. I'm a nerd. You hear me? Very weird. I make random noises. I don't know.
But what people will be shocked to know about you is you'll get buck with if you need to.
Yeah, but I don't like to. But I will. Now I will. Now. Like I feel like I'm either hot or cold. There's really no in between with me. It's like I'm either, but I try to stay positive. I try to show up and but
I hate these damn puzzles. These puzzles get on my nerves. Now I got to find two objects that look the same, and they all look the same.
and you got your glasses on.
And I got glasses on. Okay.
I like joy.
Okay.
That makes you think about Inside Out.
Okay. Okay. Hmm. I don't know. What was I shocked to know about you? That you're short.
You were shocked about that? I know because
Yeah.
I got that big dick
Because you
energy.
appear taller.
I got that big dick energy. Huh? I know. I know. I know. I know.
You
I be
appear
feeling tall.
taller.
Look, I be forgetting I'm short too. Shit.
Because you put your shoes on and be ready to go.
And do. Look.
You know what? One word to describe you. You're extra.
I am not. I am not.
You're not?
Maybe sometimes a little bit. I think everybody extra a little bit.
Extra in a good way. Because what I mean by that is you're gonna always go the extra mile to make sure that somebody is satisfied. You're gonna always go the extra mile to make sure that you look nice. You're gonna always go the extra mile to make sure that somebody is comfortable. You're gonna always go the extra mile to do whatever it is that you set out to do. So I'm gonna say extra.
Thank you. That's so nice. Yeah, I'm 5'2", Blossom.
Yes. She a little bitty. She a little bit. She a little
But I
bit. So
still
I
get
think that
along.
was shocking. I think that was the most shocking thing to for me because I'm like, she's so little. She's so fun size. Um, let me ask you this. What are the ingredients to making a good plot?
Ooh, you have to have a conflict. First and foremost, you have to have a conflict. Otherwise, there is zero plot. Um, you have to have a character that's worth caring about. Um, you need maybe a secret. Secrets are great to drive plot when it comes to reader engagement. Something that the reader knows that people around the characters aren't aware of. You kind of just sit there and you wait to see when people are going to find it out. It'd be annoying when you know the secret as a reader, but it makes you really engage. So secrets are really good in a plot. Um, you need movement in a story. Like you have to drive a plot. It requires movement. Like you could have 6 pages of a couple standing in the kitchen talking, and absolutely nothing has happened at the end of those 6 pages. They sat there and wasted each other's time and your time, because what was that conversation about? Why was it necessary to be on page? What did it do for them? Sitting here going back and forth and wasting words. Why? Where's the movement? I want to see them learning something or experiencing something or seeing something or feeling something, touching on the senses. Um, so you need movement for your character with to have plot.
Okay. What makes a good character, especially a book bay? What makes a good book bay?
Ooh, that's gonna be very a wide range of options. Um, I'll say for me, I can answer that for me. But what makes a book bay, the energy for sure, power, like how they handle themselves in a room, and they don't even not even necessarily connected to money or wealth, but just how they handle themselves in situations. I think energy is so powerful to drive character development. Of course, communication. Like I love a communicative king. Tell me how you feel. If I'm upset and if I'm going off on you, don't yell at me back. Because why do you hate me? Why are you yelling at me back? I am upset. You need to take control of the situation
And
and
fix it.
yeah, fix it. Like that's gonna make me love you for real. Of course, an eater. You gotta eat. You hear me? And you gotta love it. You gotta eat because you love it, not because I want you to.
You hungry and
Because you need it or you gonna die. Like I need that. Okay? I need that energy. Uh-huh. What else? I don't know. I feel like there's so many other quirks and changes that make you want to fall in love with characters, but I think those are probably like, you
your
know,
top.
yeah, probably the most important factors for me. Priorities.
Not that that's the most important factors. Um, I'm trying to ask this question in as a role as an editor, not as an author. What hates to see you coming? Tequila.
Girl, listen, right now I hate to see Keith coming. I don't know. Never mind, I'm traumatized. I don't want to talk about it. What hates to see me coming? I know you're gonna ask this too. What hates to see me coming? This bookish or just in life?
In life.
My husband's clothes. Every day I'm in some of his shit, and listen, he be so annoyed. He's like, I just bought that shirt. Thank you for buying us a new shirt. I love oversized clothes. I don't know. I always have like kind of dressed like a little boy for the majority of the time. I just like dressing. I just like baggy clothes, and so yeah, his clothes take me kind of.
You know what people would be shocked to know about you?
What?
That you used to participate in the rodeo.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I just thought about that. Like,
Yeah.
we were in Tulsa and we were talking about the rodeo. I was like, people probably didn't know
Yep, I was a barrel racer.
that you was outside, that you a little
Hmm.
tomboy.
Very country, very very much love horses. Yeah.
Because you present now like I'm very poised. I'm very, I have to have my face on. I can't come outside. No.
Sometimes, yeah. No, that didn't wasn't always the case. Yeah, I was a rodeo girl. I was. But Oklahoma, we have the largest number of black towns in the country here. So the black rodeo circuit is a huge deal here. Rodeo culture is a huge deal here. Trail rides and rodeo season. It's rodeo season right now. So there's been a rodeo or a trail ride every weekend for the past like almost 2 months. It's a huge part of spring and summer in Oklahoma. And so you really didn't have a choice growing up, especially if you were black, to be involved in the rodeo circuit in some kind of way. And when I tell you it's fun, very fun.
Okay. What advice would you give to authors when they're submitting their books for editing for you?
Do a round of self edits. Always before you send it off. Don't be afraid to let your editor know if you have any areas of insecurity around the plot. If you're worried about certain things, if you're second guessing something, if you want your editor to pay attention to certain things that you know you struggle with as a writer, if you have a goal that you're trying to get better at, let your editor know so we can be on the team with you and look out for those things and help you with feedback on how your progress is going on that goal, whether it's writing style or transitioning from writing in first to third person or the opposite. Um, you got to communicate and let your editor know what you want from the story. Like, this is my goal. This is how I imagine it to feel. Let me know if this is how it's coming through as you read it. Communication is such a big thing. A lot of things are very straightforward, especially when it comes to, like, proofreading. Like, there's not much conversation around that. You send a manuscript. I'm checking for errors, making sure it's clean and ready to go, and it's very seamless. But when you get into line edits and changes and anything that requires your editor to go in and give you different suggestions on how you word your story, that's a big deal. That's giving someone else control over your writing, over your words. So make sure you're on the same page and that they know what your goal is as far as the tone of your voice as an author or things like that. Ask questions. Yeah.
Okay. What message would you like to give to the Black literary space as a whole, as a reader, as a editor, as just a concerned person? What would you like to say to readers? What would you like to say to authors? Is there something that you want to change? Is it something that you want to keep the same? What message would you want to give?
I mean, first and foremost, I don't like that. I don't like that word. First, I'll say thank you because it just hits different when you can see yourself in the story, and I think representation matters so much, and it can literally change the trajectory of someone's life to be able to see themselves within stories that showcase different possibilities and different lifestyles and different situations. Um, so thank you for even using your voice to create these escapes and write these stories that we can get lost in. Um, it literally changes people's lives. I think as a reader, I would like to see I would like to see more black paranormal sci-fi. Um, it's growing. We're getting more all the time. We're getting more all the time with black paranormal stories, but we need more. We need more and more and more. If you look on the other side, God, there's so many of them writing werewolves and whatever. Write more of those. Give us more of those. I beg of you. I think that's a change I would like to see, but I feel like it's going in that direction anyways. I think people are stepping into that. I don't like the mean girl mentality in this space. I don't like the fact that in this industry, in this small piece of the world that we have carved out for ourselves, that there's so much animosity and there's always so much conflict. I don't like that. I feel like we've lost the plot. you know, and a lot of things. And we have authors beefing with authors and publishing houses down publishing houses. And we got readers trolling other authors because of something they suspect about an author. Like we got readers all up and through authors' business, causing all kind of drama, saying all kind of stuff, acting up in readers in their personal reader group, like going crazy with negative review. It's like I feel like the negativity in general in the space. It need to go. It need to go away. Go away. Like I feel like there is a time and a space for constructive criticism. There's a time and a space for necessary harsh criticism whenever we do call people out when they're being harmful or hurtful or problematic. Like it's important that we are bold enough to use our voices and our platforms to showcase and bring those situations to light and hold them accountable. However, just because you don't like a book, I don't need a 10-minute review bashing this author and their work because you didn't like it.
Move on.
Go on about your like you.
Move on.
Are you sure you didn't like it? Because it seemed like you feel a lot of things about the book. Like I'll be confused, Nicole. I'll be confused. So I would like that to change. I would like to see people more so worried with their own motion or their own movement or anything that's positive in general instead of getting so caught up in negativity or drama. Like,
right.
We're too fucking grown for that. We're too grown, and there are too many amazing books to read to be focused on some drama, some bullshit. Like, it's too much. I don't have the time. Yeah. And that's been very rampant lately. Like I don't even scroll my FYPs no more. I barely have time to scroll my friends' feeds. Anytime you open threads, there's think pieces. And it's like, it just circulates. You know, once it happens, you're going to see that issue on your timeline for the next week. It's going to be. And so last week with Sinner's release, I was just so inspired by my feed. Everyone was talking about something. We had a shared consciousness of positivity and inspiration.
Yeah.
It felt so good. It felt good to share those moments and those thoughts with other people that felt the same way. That's the kind of social experience I'd like to have online. That's the type of thing I'd like to see. You know, why come together for negativity? Listen, there's too many beautiful things that people are doing that are not getting any love and not getting any light. And we over here, you taking up space on Beyonce's internet with negativity. We don't need it. We don't need it.
Yeah. We have enough against us for us to share into the negativity to include us. I just think that it's not advantageous at all. You know, if you want to be a help and there's something going on that you feel like needs to be addressed, then you should probably address it to that person offline versus online.
But, you know, I feel like it's a deeper issue. I truly feel like it's a mental health and a psychological issue. I think so many people truly don't know how to exist in peace. So many people are so used to chaos and so used to trouble that when they experience a new space, they automatically are magnets to anything negative in the space because that's all that they know. And I feel like we're grown and you need to take charge of your mental health and how you think and feel and perceive things because it's not healthy to have such negative perceptions of everything. It's just not, go sit on that lady couch. Please. Figure out what the root of the problem is and fix that shit. Fix it, because if not, you will never be able to enjoy anything.
Exactly.
Fortunately, I don't appreciate you coming up into my spaces and polluting it with negativity. I don't like it. So yeah, that's just my 2 cents on that. People need fucking therapy. They're unhappy and they're miserable and they want everybody else to be miserable with them, and I'm not doing it.
Right. And you don't have to.
I don't.
I don't have to.
Blackity black.
So, you ready to pop your shit?
Sure.
So, where are you going to be in 2025, 2026? Are you coming outside?
I'm going to be outside. And I'm going to drop the link for the GoFundMe for me to be able to go outside. You know what I'm saying? I don't know who's going to pay for these shirts, but somebody has to. I will be at the Gem Awards in Atlanta in July. Me and Britt and Lady Creole have been invited to host panels, author panels at that event. So I'm very excited about that. We'll be there causing a ruckus, acting a fool. It's gonna be a good time. Then where else I'm going? I will be for sure at Southern Hearts in October, and I will be at Boozy Book Tour Chicago in October. I'm trying to make my way to Augusta, Georgia in October. Um, Logistically, I don't know how I'm gonna handle October, baby. I cannot afford October.
I don't,
That's me
girl,
and
what did
Jay's.
your husband say?
Yeah, that's me and Jay's birthday month. So in our anniversaries in September, I'm trying to convince him we don't have to celebrate our anniversary. We just use that money to travel.
You know he's not having that.
I have my ways. Convince him.
Okay.
Where else I'll be then? I don't know if I'm going to make any last minute trips November, December. We'll see. I don't think so. But in February 26th, I will be in Vegas for the Boozy Book Tour, Indie Little Awards, and Melanin Ball. Get y'all tickets because, baby, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
And it's going down.
Yes. And then, what else happened in 2026? We're going to LA for Shelly P's event. It's April, right?
Yep, April 25th, right, Shelley? She just came in here.
Yep.
It's not in front of me.
Shelly. So trying to make that happen for sure. And then, I mean, Boozy Victoria alone, I'm gonna be in Denver and I'm gonna be in Seattle. That's July and October. Cause I have to be at the Dungeon Night. Have to be. And I have to be at the Why Choose brunch. The Why Choose, what is it all? It's
I choose the Alice in Wonderland theme.
yeah, the
Mad Hatters.
Mad Hat Tea Party. I need to be there.
Yes.
I need to be there.
You need to be
And
there.
I'm gonna be in New York at
Dr.
y'all know I'm gonna be in New York. I'm gonna be knocking on Sister Harlem door like, take me. Take me to the spot.
We there together. So I don't have to do my infomercial for the Boozy Book Tour because all the events that she listed, I'll be there with her. So.
Yeah. And you know, I'm trying, like, there are some bigger events that I would like to go and experience, but I'm not a big crowd person. That's really not where I thrive. I do have anxiety and I am bubbly and outgoing, but when I'm overwhelmed, I definitely do like curl up into myself. So I'm not gonna make any big decisions on any other like huge events until I go to the Gym Awards because I know that's probably gonna be a bigger event. And see kind of how I can handle maneuvering in those spaces because I don't want to do anything that I'm not gonna enjoy just to say that I did it.
True.
I can order them books I can order them books whenever I need to order them books. I don't, you know what I mean? Like I don't
slide into the people DMs. Yeah. When can I order these books?
Yeah, I want these books. And I'm not going to that place. So yeah, I'm gonna see how I fare at the gyms because I already know what's the name. Jaquil event gonna be insane.
Oh no, you know that's good. Did you see her lineup?
Girl, she about to sell 1,000 tickets in a 1 minute. She had to get an 18-wheeler to drop off her books. She had to buy a warehouse to house her books. That's the kind of blessings I pray for all my friends.
Listen, me too.
I mean,
now she's talking about, I think it's time I need an assistant. Girl, you've been needing an assistant.
No, but you know what's wild is it was literally like this time last year when Capone dropped.
Right.
All of this, she's been writing for over 10 years. All of this has happened in 1 year. Imagine the stress. She's been moving nonstop for an entire year. And the growth it's so inspiring to see her do this. Because it's just like, you know what? I can do this too. Like, I could do this too. That's crazy.
Yep.
I'm going to be in New York, honey. I don't know.
I'll be in New York with you.
Look, I may have to have if I have Anxiety attack. I may have to put one of them backpack leashes on. I don't know, honey, but I'm gonna be there. Be there. Somebody gonna have to put an air tag on me because I'm liable to run away, and I do that often. I will dip so quick if I get overwhelmed. Oh yeah, I'm finding me an exit door.
You'll be fine. You say, friend, I got you.
Please.
Oh my goodness. So I don't have to run through the events that I'm going to because she just ran through them. So
We outside. We outside. I can't wait to see all y'all and hug everybody. Honestly, I can't. We gotta carve out our itinerary for outside of the event because I just know. I hope y'all didn't think I was flying to a whole nother state and not and only doing the book stuff. Like I'm sorry,
what we talk about?
we're
New
going
York,
outside.
huh?
No, what we doing? But we're going outside in this
From
city.
New York or Chicago? Because it's already
Oh,
said what we doing in
oh,
Chicago.
because we're going to Chicago and celebrating our birthdays. So I already know I'm gonna be outside of Chicago because I'm going early. But yeah, I'm trying to go outside in Denver. I'm trying to go into the sky in Denver. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying
You
to go
trying to get
outside.
lifted?
Girl, yes.
Here come your friend. Here he comes running.
You don't want to too. Anyway,
No. So okay, where can the people find you? Where social sites are you on? How can they find you? What's your website?
my website is markedbytylee.com. It is linked in my link tree in my bio. Um, I be on here. I'll be on a lot. Really, all I do on here now is sprint. I need to get back on my reviews, but I be on live almost every day on here, at least for a little bit. I am on Facebook with, but I don't do much on Facebook. Bookish. That's just like family and friends stuff. I need to do better at my network on Facebook. And then I'm on Threads. Barely. I got like 5 followers on Threads.
So what you need, friend? You need some followers on
You
first.
try to follow me on Threads. You try to follow me on Threads. I don't be talking about nothing, but I'm about to start. I actually, I'm making a page for Mark Vitale. I have been farming my content for my editing page, so that I'll be ready to schedule content and post editing tips and tricks and writing tricks and random facts and funny stuff. And see, my issue is with Threads. I have these random thoughts that I feel are hilarious, but they don't really be bookish. And then I'm like, don't nobody fucking care about it. I'm like, cancel, discard. Don't nobody care about that shit.
Just post it and see what happens.
I'm scared.
Just post one time just to see what if it's
I don't
fun.
know. Instagram and Threads feels like, wow, that's the real world. Like that feels like there's so many strangers on there. I don't know why it feels different, but it do. I be nervous over there. I'm nervous. Instagram and Threads is not. I have hardly any followers over there, and I be feeling like I don't know the people like that for real. Hard for me. It is hard for
Well,
me.
what you gonna do if TikTok say this is it?
Girl, I'm gonna be thugging on my website. I'm trying to get my blog going for my website so I can, send out newsletters and all that stuff and have an interactive web experience there. But I need to get on YouTube. I need to get on things. Jay and I have a podcast coming that we're trying to plan and coordinate.
Hmm? Hmm?
So
You
that'll
better
be
pop your shit, man.
oh yeah. So it's called Between the Sheets. Um and it is about books and music and relationships. Um, and we're just gonna have good discourse. We have really good conversations. He's legitimately my best friend, and he's so smart, and he's an excellent communicator. But we disagree on a lot of things. Our point of views are very different on a lot of things, but we know how to have respectful and enlightening conversations and debates about stuff. And the goal is not to change your mind. The goal is to understand how you think and how you feel. I think both of us kind of approach conflict the same way in that sense of like we don't yell at each other and we don't like try to prove who's right and wrong. Although sometimes we are competitive and it's like, no, I know I'm right, motherfucker. There's certain things, where I'm gonna prove you wrong. But as far as opinion and situations and stuff like that goes, we have respect for each other's thought process and just like to talk about it. Like, okay, why do you think that? Why do you feel that? What made you think that way? Or where'd that come from? And things like that. So I think our podcast would have really good, insightful conversations, and I'm excited for that.
I can't wait for it.
Yeah.
Now, he did his first book review.
Honey, he a baddie. You hear me? He you can't say him nothing because he went viral on his first review. He said the people obviously want more. They asking for more. So he reading Product of the Streets right now.
Oh Lord!
He reading book one right now. That's what he's reading.
How is he feeling?
He said, "Well, that's one way to start a book." Like page one, he was like, "Oh, okay." They really, he said, she was like, they just jumped right in there, didn't they? I said, yeah, we'll do a check in once you get about 5 chapters in. He's still early in the book, but
I can't wait for that check in. I cannot wait for that check in.
I wanted to line up the first podcast episode with him talking about that book too, because I feel like it'd be a good episode one to start with.
Yes.
But yeah, we're waiting on a few pieces of equipment to finish the podcast setup. So I don't know if he's gonna want to wait that long because he's ready to record his next review. I know he's ready.
Oh my God, I can't wait for that. But I tell you, I'll be tuned in.
I'm excited. I really am excited. I also see my problem is it's a toxic trait. Maybe y'all don't know it's about me, but I feel like I can do anything.
But you can. First of all, let me tell you something. I was listening to Will Smith, and he said the reason why he's so successful at a lot of things is because he lives in the little land of Delulu. You have to have a little bit of Delulu in your life.
Yeah.
Because people will always tell you you can't do this or you shouldn't do something. But it's the delusion that moves forward.
Yeah, it's necessary. It is very, and I think I was a theater kid, musical theater. I've had Whitney said I live 100 lives, and that's very true. I've done so many things, but my mama did not play when it came to like compliments and confidence boosting. She always preached like anything you want, anything you put your mind to, you can do it. You don't listen to nobody that says you can't because they just hating. Like when I tell you couldn't know when it came time to meet with bullies at school, you can't tell me nothing about myself because I
already know.
I know I am the shit and you just mad because you not like the delusion is so real and has been for so long because of Lita. So when I have ideas to do something, I'm like already I could do that, I could do that, I could do that. And so we try it and it ends up being that 9 times out of 10 we could do it. Now I think with the ADHD it's like I just like to know that I can do it. I like the proof to know that I can. But then once I do it, it's like, okay, but did I like doing it? That was cool, but I don't know if I'll do it again. All right, on to the next. Like, we're always trying new things and learning new skills and challenging ourselves in new ways. And so I'm trying to get Jay to do some joint narrating projects on some things that we're working on. Because I just feel like we can narrate. I mean,
I think so.
I don't know that I want to do it forever or a lot, but I want to do it. So I'm going to do it. I don't know. We'll see.
Listen, I'm here for the foolishness and the mayhem. However it goes down. But guess what? I bet you that shit'll be fire.
I will, and it'll be nasty. And but the thing with him is he's so meticulous. And he's like classically and very well trained. He's highly experienced in anything audio, visual, tech. Like he's very good at that shit. So I'd be like, let's just do it real quick. He'd be like, no, we have to do X, Y, Z. It needs this kind of setup. We got to have this programmed buffer. We got to have this mix and master that we got to do. And I'm like, I just want to do it for fun.
And that's it.
He's not with that foolishness. He's like, if we're going to do it, we're going to do it right, damn it.
I love it. But guess what? It'd be fire when it's done.
Yeah, we'll see.
It's going to be fire. We ain't going to do no, we'll see.
Would you sleep, babe? No. Anyway,
So, anything else you want? Any shout outs? Anything that you want to discuss before I pop my shit?
shout out to y'all. Shout out to everybody in this corner of the world because I found this community. I never thought this would be my life truly. You know,
Yeah.
I never imagined it. It was in a totally different direction 3 years ago, 2 years ago. Hell, I just made like 1 year of actually reviewing books last December. I All of this has happened very quickly. um, but I've made friends that I can't imagine life without. Open another door here.
Hey, you know what? That's why I've been ducked out for the last 2 hours.
Open another door in here. Um, but no, I've made so many connections that I wouldn't trade for the world. Our friendship is so important to me. Whitney and Erica, early on, we've just been thick as thieves. Like I don't go a day without talking to y'all, and that means something to me. The support we get is so crazy, and to like,
Ooh, tell him, tell him, tell him, tell him. I thought we was better.
Dad.
you get up because okay, the interview over. Look at this. Because he lost his mind, girl. That's why Daddy slammed the door. Got my kids asking questions. He on live in his drawers. Jesus. Golly.
Oh my God.
Why do we rehearse? This is why we rehearse.
I want some applesauce.
Okay, you can have some.
It just tastes like carbonated apple juice.
Mm-hmm. Edit this part out, friend. Edit it out. You need to be in the bed, little girl. Anyway.
I thought we was better than that, pilot.
Gerard!
I thought we was friends.
This is why he be wanting me to look. I'm little, I be having to jump on his back when he ain't looking. You know he big as hell and he's slamming shit. About to knock my grandma painted this. You better knock it off the wall. He be doing the most, Nicole.
Okay, anything else before we move on?
That's it. That's all, friends. Love y'all. Thank you for having me. Pop your ish. If nobody else tells y'all today, know that I love you. You're amazing. You're special. Yeah. This world is better because you're in it.
Well, I'm not gonna do a long infomercial today. Make sure y'all following all my book days. Make sure you following Tylee on all her platforms. She needs some help. She's struggling with with threads and Instagram. Make sure y'all follow her. How they can find you over there? What's your name over there?
Officially Tylee.
Okay. Make sure y'all follow her over there. Secondly, we've already discussed the events that we're going to. With all the events that she says she's going to, I'll be there too. There's nothing different, really, Skittles. So just be on the lookout for that. June 1st, I'm announcing that my newsletter will be going out. Authors, if you're interested in advertising on my newsletter for book releases, if you have events going on, you're more than welcome to uh, um, advertise on my newsletter to reach my masses. I do newsletter and cell phone blast. So that will be coming June 1st. So I'll be giving you more information as the time gets closer. Make sure you follow me for all my social sites. Next year, September 4th through the 6th, in addition to all of what Tylee is talking about and those events, I am throwing a Napa book and wine tour. Friday will be possibly, I've decided, make it a sneaker ball. After the tour of the Bay Area, so we'll be doing San Francisco, Sausalito, and Half Moon Bay, in addition to going to the historical Marcus bookstores, which is the oldest bookstore in the country, black owned bookstore that's in the country. So we'll be going there. Uh, Saturday is we'll be downtown Napa. That will be a time because we'll be going hitting 5 wineries. We'll be hitting Visa Tui, Sutter, Castle de Amorosa, Mums, and Shandong. All right. And then Saturday night is our game night. A time will be had. A time will be had, and there will be prizes. We will be. You'll be. There will be a bar, and the foolishness and the mayhem. Okay.
We passing out liquid IVs.
Right.
Everybody, we gonna hydrate.
Right. It will be lots of water and IVs and Jello shots and adult Capri Suns and such. And such.
You got to
And
pick
then,
about the flow.
and then on Sunday, we will be having a brunch, and then we'll be visiting Brown Estates, which is a black-owned winery in Napa. We'll be going to a black-owned soul food restaurant, as well as the black-owned wine store, in addition to jam cellars and some other walkable wineries in the area. And then on Monday, I will set y'all free, and y'all could go home. So that's what we're doing in Napa, April 4th through the 6th. It will be a time. A time will be had. We will, bring your candles, bring a book, because you guys can read on the bus. But this will be a good time. A time will be had. What else? What else? What else? Make sure that you go to my website. I am consulting authors. You can sign up for consultations on how to better effectively market your brand, how to combat, you can ask me questions, basically, and I can help you draw up a marketing plan so that you can effectively do the things that you want to do. The dog is asleep, snoring in my lap. I'm sorry. Okay, I just woke him up. What else did I got going on? Dirty December. Storm was putting together Dirty December. She will let you know details, but that's another event that we are going to. Okay. Make sure that you're following Black Girl Tired, Book Talk, her podcast, Jaleesa Reads, her podcast, myself on YouTube. I think Jaleesa Reads does her live on Instagram. I believe it's on Instagram. And Storm and I do our lives here on TikTok, unless we let you know that it's going to be on Instagram. What else? What else? What else? The T-shirt that I have on today is courtesy of Mika G and her graphic tees. So this one is, I got dog hair on me now, but this is, I identify as a peach and a mango, and my pronouns are eat me.
Period.
So if you guys can see the back of my shirt, can you see it?
Yeah.
So that's the back of the shirt, and I love it. If you're looking for a book subscription, stop by the Literary DFW from Shannon. She did a book in the box. If y'all seen my video before then, I got a little something special in my book box, in addition to a book, in addition to all the snacks, in addition to some fuzzy socks, in addition to annotating tits, in addition to a sweatshirt. Well, that sweatshirt was for me. and a t-shirt. But in addition to a t-shirt, it was filled to capacity, and the box is so nice. Even though I've emptied mine, but this is what the box looks like,
Ain't that so cute?
right?
Like,
So make
that's
sure
so
that you hook up with Shannon if you're interested in her spend a night with a box. She has three choices. The third choice does come with a toy if you need that toy.
Xavier. I know you lying.
I think that's it for me today.
Y'all, thank
I
you.
love you, Tylee.
I love you more.
I know you got work to do.
I do. I do. I'm going to take me a gardening break, reset and refocus. And
And while
then,
she's doing that, I am gonna go eat some dinner and take this one outside so he can stop because he been yelling at me all day. I've been getting cussed out by the dog.
yeah. I'm trying to decide if I'm going to get on live and sprint or not, but text me if you want to, maybe.
Well, if you do, just let me know. Because if not, then I will see y'all tomorrow. I have a finish up my chapter and start my second chapter. That's what I'm doing.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
All right. Bye, y'all. Thank you so
Bye,
much.
y'all. Thank you and happy reading, y'all. Bye.